Establish a localized parts library in BOK pattern making software. First, you have to know the principle of establishing a parts library. The core of building pattern library is the size chart and variables, and you have to follow the principle of BOK linkage pattern making. Secondly, the names of part positions must be unified, and the connection variables between parts must be unified too. Third, take the size of the first incoming part as the main one, and the later incoming ones will be automatically added to the back. In order to make you understand, I will do the video demonstration. When making linked patterns with BOK CAD, the establishment of a size chart is very important. When drawing patterns, referring to the parts of the size chart can effectively control the data of the pattern. Grading data can also be added in the size chart in advance. After the pattern is completed, it can be graded automatically. I will use this size chart to make a garment. You can better understand what I mean. For example, make this shirt. In this style, the front pattern has a bust dart. The back pattern has no dart. The sleeve is short. The shape of the hem is round. The shape of the collar is also round. Let's use BOK CAD to make the pattern of this shirt. First, draw the back pattern of this style. When drawing patterns, use the data of the size chart for the parts. This step must be completed by a pattern designer. Pattern designers must have proficient pattern making skills. Before learning to establish a parts library, pattern designers must also be proficient in using skills of the software. After finishing the back collar, then to draw the shoulder slope. The shoulder slope is determined by the ratio of horizontal to vertical. The date of back width is directly referenced from the size chart. Shoulder width can be calculated through the size chart. The waistline can also be used. The waist circumference of the back piece can be calculated. The hem and the hem rise can also be calculated. The shape of the hem can be freely adjusted. Then, on the basis of the structural lines, generate corresponding pattern pieces. When generating the fabric, the lining can be generated together. Pattern pieces can be quickly aligned and processed. As can be seen, the advantage of referencing the size chart is that grading can be done automatically and is controllable. The front and back pieces of clothing are related. Next, add the parts of the back piece that need to be referenced for the front piece to the variable table. Next, use the parts of the back piece as references to draw the front piece. Similarly, use the size chart for each part as much as possible. When drawing the front color, we can also use the data of the back color. In this way, the data of the front color can also be controlled by the data of the back color. Pay attention to the names of the parts referenced when I am drawing. The process here is similar to that of the back pattern. However, when drawing the front pattern, the part data of the back pattern will be referenced. Then use the offset point to determine the position of the bust dart of the garment. The steps here are the same as for the back piece, but the shape of the hem is different. Then make the pattern. To add buttons. Next, let's draw the sleeves. Before draw the sleeve, the variables to be used for drawing the sleeves need to be added to the variable table in advance. We can use a formula to calculate the sleeve cap height so that grading can be done automatically. Add variables again and then draw the color.